Hey, let's talk about green beans because I've had about 4 conversations where people are saying, man, I wish we could do green bean casserole all year round. Well, in our home we do for many reasons. I'll give you a couple, so hold tight. So green beans are, they're full of antioxidants, they're full of minerals, they're full of your B vitamins, vitamin C. They're also full of silicon and magnesium, bone health, regenerate tissue. The B vitamins are, of course, going to stimulate and make you feel good. There's fiber. I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't be eaten every week. So then you're going to add in, with the casserole, you're going to add in things like mushrooms, right? And mushrooms are pretty amazing. They're detoxifying. Their chemical profiles are pretty insane. I mean, you're looking at selenium, which that is one of the main things our bodies need, and we don't get enough of, and we never will. You're looking at thyroid. They're kind of antidepressant. They detoxify. Let me see. Protein, dietary fiber, more vitamin C, polysaccharides, iron, huge, full of iron. And of course, different mushrooms will have slightly different properties, but if you can look at whfoods.com, you can always reference the food that you're eating. Very quick, very user-friendly. So in our home, quick green bean kind of casserole-ish. So we get, oh, and of course, you never do canned green beans. You do the real thing. Canned, you lose a lot of the B vitamins, and most of us, even with the sublingual B vitamin or a vitamin supplement, we're still not getting enough. This is a great meal if you tend to crash after lunch. This is a great meal if you train and work out. This is a great meal if you're really just trying to be nice and full but not feel heavy. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. It has so many benefits to it. So super simple and easy. Start off with some coconut oil in my pan. And I'm going to, you can use onion or shallots. I love shallots. And maybe a little bit of garlic. That's up to you. Once again, garlic, detoxifying, antimicrobial. It is a prebiotic. I mean, garlic, can't say enough about garlic. Shallots, this is all good stuff. There's nothing bad in this. Get your fresh, crisp green beans. Put some coconut oil in your pan. Your onions, garlic, whatever you want to use, just saute it up. Saute it up. If you want to use a little bit of salt and pepper, you can. Keep it kind, though. You really don't need any. Saute that up. And then I set that to the side. And then I take oyster mushrooms, because they look like little angel's wings. And when they're sauteed, they're just heavenly. Or cremini mushrooms. Those, I mean, you can't go wrong with the cremini either. That's taking it to a whole different level. You can mix the two. If you are at a farmer's market or at the supermarket and you see some crazy looking mushrooms and you want to try it. I guarantee you it's pretty much always going to work. I do try to stay away from the standard button mushroom. Some of the practices with harvesting mushrooms could be questionable, so I do try to look for a farm that I know, or at least a company that I could research and get a little bit of information on. Worst case, it's better to have mushrooms than no mushrooms. So anyways, we take ghee. Take some nice, lovely organic ghee. And I saute the mushrooms in just a little bit of ghee. So that's separate from the coconut oil and the green beans. And then I combine the two and get a nice toss and let them mix. Let all that ghee and the coconut butter and the green beans and the mushrooms and the onions or shallots or garlic, whatever you use, and just let it mesh together real quick, because you want to keep these crisp, right? You don't want these to be soggy. At that time, You can either choose to make like a mushroom gravy roux of your own if you want. There are a couple companies that have some really good products. So there is an organic, clean Amy's. She has a cream of mushroom that's really yummy. I've used that before. This one is not organic, but it's definitely come in handy when I'm trying to pack lunches for everybody. And it's Trader Joe's, and it is a portobello. So now you're adding in like a different mushroom, and it's super yummy too. Mix that all together. Now on this side, the night before, I have soaked my quinoa, right? Because quinoa, man, that can be your best friend. But if you don't soak it, then the enzyme inhibitor isn't opened up, and you want to make it come back to life, right? You want to sprout it. Let it open up, number one, so your gut can process it easier, and you can receive all the minerals and nutrients from it. And because also you're just kind of cleaning it off. You don't know where it's been processed. Open it up, let it come back to life, and then you can cook it on the stovetop, or you can cook it in a rice cooker. Key for us is because sea vegetables are vital to everyone's diet. It is a booster food, and you want to incorporate it into everything. We are talking about thyroid, we're talking about neuroreceptors, we're talking about killing cancer cells, and you can do that by easily just tossing in a little of this seasoning as your quinoa is cooking. You won't taste it, but you will get the benefit from it. And then I just throw it all into a container, and I put it in the oven, and I let it bake a little bit. If you want to do cheese, you can. Just keep it kind. You don't need a bunch of cheese. Or if you're like me, who's dairy-free, I've been using Daiya cheddar cheese, which is a non-dairy cheese, and I am absolutely in love with it. And really, that's it. Combine it with some quinoa, pack it up. You can do that on a Sunday and make a couple of meals out of it through the week, and just use it through the week. And do it year-round. There's no reason that you have to wait for Thanksgiving. It's a powerful, powerful meal that will keep you going, and you won't crash out and want to go to sleep. And, oh, the last thing that I do is I always add some live, raw, fresh kraut. I do beet and ginger kraut. I do fennel kraut, any kind of kraut. You can do the standard caraway. Look for a brand that's live, that hasn't had everything processed out of it, and just put it on the side. And that's all for the belly. That's all for this GI tract. That keeps the acid in the stomach balanced. It keeps your body pH level. It's the feel-good food. So that's our power meal. If you are a carnivore, you can add in a side of chicken. I've done some tuna fish in it before. I mean, add on. But that on itself is a complete meal. All right, take care. Keep it kind.